Okay, I'm just going to erase these lines here, and you'll find that I start most of my recordings with the word OK. So there you go, that's my little copyright thing. So let's it's another way of erasing stuff is just highlight them first and press delete, or you can highlight them first and press this button here, or this button here, or press E and enter. It's the same thing. I prefer the delete button on the keyboard. Alright, so there you go. Okay, so the first exercise is it says turn off everything here and just try and draw as much as possible close to the shape that we've got there, and those shapes we've got on here, they're basically just to guide you. If you've done it right in theory, it should be your drawing should land on top of those dashed lines. Okay, so that's what the whole idea is about, those dashed lines. Okay, so basically we're on page 24. I'm not going to follow this strictly. I'm just going to show you quickly what the intent of it is. Basically it says click on the line command, zoom in here, and see how close you can get there and how accurate you can get to this without any object snaps. So apart from the fact that I'm wasting a bit of time in zooming in and out just to make sure I get it accurate, at the end of the day it won't be accurate anyway, and I haven't got the patience to go through and do the whole shape like this because we'll be here all night and the recording is going to run out of time. So if I zoom in, well, I'm going to do one more of these things here. By the way, it does say to have ortho on a thing initially as well, because it does help with making sure things go straight at least enough like this. And if I go here, for example, and I go there, I can't do the next one unless I take ortho off, F8 we said. Now I can rubber band around and go in here. Look at that. And I'm not zooming in a lot now because I'm running out of patience. But at the end of it, if you've gone all the way around, you can press C for close, or you can click on the C on the close here, and it will go to the beginning point if you have not stopped, if you have not made a mistake. If you have made a mistake, for example, now if I undo now that I finished the command, and how do I know if the command's finished? Well, it says here type the command. So it means the command's finished. But if I undo now, which is Control Z, or this undo up the top here, or U enter, it will undo everything that I've just done. Before I do that though, let me just zoom in and show you how accurate I was with my efforts. Pretty good really. It's a bit off there if I zoom again, because it can only go so far in before it stops. It can't go any further. And that you might have to employ this guy here to get past that. If I down here, if you go to zoom in or zoom window would help, and just zoom in there. See, and now I can go a bit more in. See how far out I was. All right, even though I try. Now it won't go further out now. So if I use the middle mouse button, double click, it will come out. All right. Anyway, I can't undo now because I have to undo all these other steps. So I'll just erase this. All I'll do is just put a window over here, like that, and get the whole lot and press delete. It doesn't delete the blue lines because they're actually on a locked layer, so it doesn't delete those. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, so the next thing it's going to ask you to do is, this time, use the line command, but come over here every time and pick one of these. Now, I don't have to zoom in because I know I can go there and it says endpoint. And I know when it says endpoint, it'll be accurate. So back here again, get another one, back here again, back and forth, like that, and keep going like that. Now, what happens if you made a mistake in your hurry to get this thing done, in a hurry here, and you just press something else, say that, okay? Well, what you can do is go U, enter, or you can click on the undo here, and it will just undo one step at a time back, and you can just correct it. If I made a mistake like that, and I thought, gee, oh no, escape, enter, whatever, panic, and then I do U, enter now, or undo here, undoes the whole thing. Okay, so a lot of the commands have an internal undo that undoes one step back. All right, like trimming. If you're trimming a whole lot of lines to a particular position, if you're trimming one at a time, you can undo one at a time as well. Go back if you trim the wrong one. Okay, so you look out for these commands here. That if I just do a couple of lines, look out for this thing here down the bottom here, which says U for undo. All right, and you can use that when if it's there, then you can use it. All right. All right. So now the next thing it's going to say after you erase it for the second time, do it for the third time. Except this time, right-click here where the object snap is. Right-click, do the settings. All right, and my settings have got a whole lot of stuff in there. But all it says is just put the endpoint on. So maybe I'll take these off for now. Put the endpoint on only and go OK. Make sure the object snap is on. If you forget to put it on, like I just did intentionally, you can press F3 or click it on afterwards. All right, same thing. Now that object snap endpoint is there active all the time. It means we don't have to keep going back here all the time to pick it up. All right, so we can go line and just come down here and there, and we have to be just close enough. It's good enough, like about there. It finds it. As long as you've gone past the halfway mark, I can click here and you go to the end. All right, so it's so much quicker and it's dead accurate. All right, there, 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 there. I can do this quite quickly now. And the last one, I can just go to the end of that, or C enter for close, or just click on close down the bottom here, and that's done. That's finished. There's another line from before. I can delete that there. All right. The next one, and I'll just keep an eye on the time. I think we're running out of time. We've got 6 minutes or so. All right. So let's do the next lot. Now this one here, what he wants you to do is go to the line command, and it wants you to just type in these numbers. You don't put the brackets in. Basically, it's a known location that's been given to you, and every location on the in AutoCAD has its own coordinate, and that's all measured back from 0, 0, which is basically the bottom left-hand corner here. So from the bottom left-hand corner, this here, this point here is at location 65 along the X, which is the horizontal, and 103 along the Y. All right. So if I go line and don't click, and you go 65, 103, and you press enter, it'll go there. Now it does require that this one you have ortho on, and you can turn on ortho anytime, either before the command or in the middle of the command. F8 comes on. And all you have to do is just read the numbers here and just do what it says. So you point upwards and you type in 19. You don't have to put in the 0.00, all right? Like here, it's 9. 9, enter. I'm pointing the right way. This one is 4.6. 4.6, cross, 12.7. 0.7. As I said, if you make a mistake, you can just do U, enter, and this one is 4.93. All right. So if I go up, this one is 7.76. So if I went 8 accidentally, well, I can do U, enter, and come back, all right, to the beginning there, and I'll just type in 7.76 this time. All right. So just go around like that. I'll leave that there. I'll just escape out of that. The next one is a fair way in. We probably covered a few pages. The one I just did was on page 31. Then it talks a bit about on page 33. I suggest you do this, 33 and 35, and then on page 36 it starts this spanner here. It's best that we do the other bits first, I think, before we do the spanner, so we can understand the coordinate system. So I won't rush that. I'll let you play with the other two first, and we'll do that another time. I'll just stop this recording for now. Was it recording? Okay.